Hey everyone, it's Gary, and today I want to clear up something that seems to be confusing a number of people. Inside of Soccer Pro, you're able to do multiple things. You can create coaches tips, you can make highlight videos, you can make private lessons, you can do video segments, you can make playlist videos. You can do all of these from only one video track. That's the great advantage to Soccer Pro. You don't have to create playlists. You don't have to create segments. You don't have to do all these different things to make highlights and then make coaching videos and then do compilation videos. Everything happens from one video track. And once you understand how this works, it's extremely easy, but it can be a little confusing for people. So that's why I want to take a few minutes today and explain what the differences are and how you can more easily create videos using Soccer Pro. So now I want you to come down into the track. And first of all, you're going to see all these different tags in here. You have our pass connected, pass lost. We have our time of possession. But for the purpose of this video, I want to really focus in on highlight videos, focus animation, coaches tips, and private lessons. So first I'm going to click on a coaches tip. And this is where you get to tell us straight on the screen and make your players smarter. Now, I want to focus on the focus animation. That's a bad pun, isn't it? Okay. But anyhow, now you see this yellow circle that goes around the player. And the purpose of the focus animation is to pause the video for only half a second, draw your attention to that particular place on the screen, so that when you're sending out a highlight video to college recruiting coaches, they know where to look, so they know who the person is or who you are when you're out on the field. So what's the difference between a coach's tip and a focus animation? Well, a focus animation will only work when it is inside of a highlight, because remember, a focus animation pauses the video for just half a second and then it continues on. Perfect application for a highlight video. A coach's tip, on the other hand, well, these things can start to get complex. You have to maybe explain a lot. Maybe there's a lot of text. Maybe there's a lot of scenarios that they need to be looking at. Where's the offense? Where's the defense? Where should they be running? Whatever the case may be, it's almost impossible to know how complex or how simple these things are going to be. So when a coach's tip is created inside of a video, it stops the video dead, and the video will not start again until the person hits the play button, okay? In a highlight video, the focus animation pauses the video for half a second, shows the focus animation on the screen, and then continues on automatically. Now, the other thing I want to point out is that all of these videos, this one, I should say all these highlight videos, will get handled differently based on what you select here. Now, if you select highlight video, it's going to take all these little video segments, it's going to squish them together and make one continuous video. It's going to pause at every single one of those focus animations. Okay, it'll make a very nice video, and you'll see how we also put in the transition, so you have a fade in, fade out transition. Happens automatically. If for some reason you want to keep these as highlight segments, you can do that as well. And now, all these individual pieces will be saved as individual video segments. And that comes into our playlist video, where later on you may choose to take all these segments, put them together, and make one continuous playlist video. So we give you all those different options. Now, the other thing you'll notice here is this purple segment. And this purple segment is a private lesson. So here's where the confusion comes in. If you put a focus animation in a coaching video and just try to render it as a coaching video, it'll be ignored. The same way that these highlight segments will be ignored when you create a coaching video. All these coaching tips will be ignored when you create a highlight video. So it really depends on what type of video you create as to what the system puts into the video and what it ignores. If you want just a highlight video, boom, you take this, creates your highlight video. If you want a coaching video, it'll ignore all this stuff. It'll ignore this private lesson and just create a coaching video with all of your tags and your coaches tips and telestration and all that stuff injected into the video. If you want a private lesson, you can just create that, and it will only take this segment and ignore all the rest. So all this stuff can be done from one video just by selecting the correct video output that you want, and then the system will automatically add or ignore the components that don't belong in that style of video. Again, the trick is you cannot mix and match. You can't take a coach's tip and put it into a highlight video. You can't take a focus animation and put it into a coach's video because they have different applications. In a coaching video, you're stopping the video dead, you're explaining things, you're increasing the player's IQ. In a highlight video, you're using focus animation simply to draw the attention to the correct player and to the area of the field you want that coach watching during the highlight video. In a private lesson, again, that's going to be handled differently. So, all these different ways of managing video, of creating different video output from one video, and the system does it automatically based on what you select at the time of creating your video. So I hope this helps explain why we have highlight segments, highlight videos, coaching videos, private lessons, and why a coach's tip will appear in a coaching video but will not appear in a highlight video, and why a focus animation appears in a highlight video but will not appear in a coaching video. Alright, this is Gary with Soccer Pro, helping you create smarter players to win more games and creating highlight videos to get recruited into more colleges. Hope you have a great day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye now.